evident that Tyler only sees black women as hardworking, struggling, great victims that, of course, one day are going to be rescued by a blue-collared...
Somebody just dropped scalding hot tea on Tyler Perry, and black women are giving it serious side-eye. Why? Because apparently, the man behind Medea can't seem to stop writing stories where black women are down bad. We're talking cheated on, beat down, humiliated to the core, and then maybe rescued by some blue-collar dude who can barely pay rent. That's the whole formula. So now folks are asking, why is Taraji P. Henson out here defending him? Even though she straight up admits his scripts leave her feeling traumatized? Girl, what is going on? And for real, why does every Tyler Perry movie feel like a horror story for black women?
I'm going to tell Tyler Perry that black women are no longer suffering.
I'm grateful for this person for showing me how not to be.
Yeah. You know, Tyler Perry didn't just pull this out of the sky. These women exist, these people exist, and they need to see themselves.
One critic didn't hold back. They said watching his films is like emotional punishment served with a gospel playlist. And when they say pudding, they mean every single movie in his catalog, from Diary of a Mad Black Woman to Acrimony. And now his new one, The Strays, starring Taraji herself. But this time, people have had it. After seeing that Strays trailer, folks were like, is this supposed to be Pretty Woman or Parole Woman? Taraji still standing by Tyler got a lot of black women scratching their heads like, sis, what are you doing? So let's talk about it. Why is Tyler Perry so obsessed with showing black women in pain? And why is Taraji still writing for him? Remember, Tyler been Hollywood's rags to riches king for years. He even called himself the American Dream in that Maxine's Baby documentary. But behind every Medea wig and gospel choir outro, the same tired plot, black women gotta suffer. One critic broke it all the way down. It's gotten so predictable that the moment the Strays trailer dropped, with Taraji playing yet another struggling single mom, black women instantly rolled their eyes. And can you blame them?
We run the entire episode for him and he hates it. Does that mean I have to learn a whole new script? Yes, that's what it means. Mr. Perry on the spot starts rewriting the entire script and he's feeding me the lines to say, and the director is kind of standing on the side like, you better do it because of...
Within the first 30 minutes of the film, Taraji's character gets evicted, fired, her daughter taken by CPS, her car towed, she's robbed at work, ends up killing her boss, and robs a bank. Like, what in the wild chaos is this? It's giving trauma overload. But the backlash wasn't even about the writing anymore. People started questioning Tyler Perry's whole mindset when it comes to black women. More and more viewers are calling him out, and the message is loud and clear. These movies ain't empowerment. They're just trauma stories wrapped up in church music and struggle hugs. Just think about it. In Temptation, Judith cheats once and gets HIV. In Acrimony, Taraji gives her entire life to a man. He gets rich and leaves her in the dust. She dies heartbroken and alone.
Disagreement about the way the scene should go. I'll be like, okay, let's try it my way and we'll try it your way and we'll see which one works. But mine always wins out.
Because he has the control of the editing.
That's exactly.
In Why Did I Get Married, Sheila gets cheated on and clowned for her weight. Only gets love after she slims down. Meanwhile, Angela, she's just the loud, angry, emasculating wife. Even Taraji herself said these roles leave her shook. But critics argue that's the real issue. If every time you see yourself on screen you're suffering, what message does that send about black women? And now that people are watching The Strays, they're ready to hit the cancel button on Tyler Perry. Again. But not Taraji. Nope, she's standing firm, like family defending a cousin at the cookout, no matter how messy they've been. In her eyes, these stories still matter. She told The Breakfast Club, yes, these. Taraji even broke down why she thinks so many black women are mad about Tyler Perry's movies, and her take? It's wild. She basically said, don't blame Tyler for your pain, sis. Blame the culture that taught you to stay quiet about it. For her, it's about giving a voice to the ones who've been silenced.
Grateful for this person for showing me how not to be. When you're the boss, how not to be. You don't sexually harass your employees. You don't pressure them, bully them, try to intimidate them.
Taraji says she's always been pulled toward playing broken women. the ones nobody's listening to. But while she's out here standing up for Tyler, his name is getting dragged through the mud. And not just for what's on screen. Actor Dixon just came forward with serious accusations, and it's got everybody shook. According to a lawsuit, Derek says Tyler Perry used his industry power to create what's being called a coercive, exploitative dynamic. Derek says he first met Perry back in 2019 at Tyler Perry Studios, chasing his dream of becoming a successful actor. Perry allegedly promised him roles, mentorship, and fame, but it came with strings attached. Sound familiar? It's giving Diddy energy for real.
Tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
The lawsuit claims Perry pinned him to a trailer wall, touched him inappropriately, and pressed him with uncomfortable questions about his personal life while filming The Oval. When Derek refused to go along with it, the threat started. According to Derek, Perry made it clear. If he didn't play along, his character was done, and sure enough, his role was cut next season. After that, Derek walked away, even turning down a writing gig with Perry to protect his peace. But Perry's legal team is firing back hard. They're calling the whole thing a setup, a cash grab. They say Derek got close to Perry just to run a play, and now he's trying to squeeze money out of it. Tyler's team swears he won't be shaken down. But let's be real. This ain't the first time folks have questioned how he moves behind the scenes. Actors who've worked with him say he runs his sets like a tight ship, and not in a good way. They claim he pressures people into silence, changes scenes and lines on a whim, and expects zero pushback. Sometimes he'll scrap an entire script mid-shoot and demand everyone just roll with it. And Taraji? She even admitted it. Tyler controls everything. The writing, the directing, the producing, even the editing. All of it.
Tyler Perry, that black women are no longer suffering. It's about time that this narrative that Tyler Perry has needs to stop. Because black women are embracing ease, softness, luxury, therapy, healing. We are embracing a different life, and it's about time the representation of.
So now people are asking, is this man a director or a full-blown dictator with Final Cut Pro? And Derek ain't alone. Actor Christian Key also hinted that working under Tyler meant dealing with that same iron grip. Critics say that's the real reason we keep getting the same trauma-filled stories. There's no room for new voices or fresh takes. No space for black women's perspectives. Just the same recycled pain, movie after movie. So yeah, even with all this mess, lawsuits, drama, misogyny claims, and people saying he blackballed legends like MoNique, Taraji is still out here promoting the strays like it's just business as usual. She even told The Breakfast Club that Tyler doubled her paycheck for this film. And here's where it gets tricky. On one hand, she's being paid what she's worth in an industry that still underpays black women. But on the other hand, Taraji says these roles leave her feeling straight up emotionally drained.
Who think that my films focus on the struggle of black women, because they're right, it does. I'm in doing this, let me tell you something, if I get an opportunity to put a black woman on screen for people to see them in love, in happy, in joy, in pain, in struggle, what I'm doing is a service to all people so that people will know that the black women are not just strong and one thing, they are all things and they go.
So now the question's real clear. While she's defending Tyler's vision of giving a voice to the voiceless, black women are asking, at what cost though, Chile? Not every black woman out here is suffering. Most are out here thriving, building, living full lives. But that's the problem. When the only thing you see on screen are broken, bitter black women, what are folks supposed to believe in real life? And worse, what message are we sending to the next generation? What are we teaching our kids? That their worth only shows up through pain, that they only matter when they're being crushed by the world. And as one critic pointed out, Perry's characters only seem to get a happy ending when some blue-collar dude swoops in to save them. Like, is that the only path to redemption? Say it louder, please. Black Twitter's been dragging him nonstop for this. One post said, "The black community is in a toxic relationship with Tyler Perry. let him go. And Reddit's not holding back either.
Offended. And honestly, I'm still recovering from mea culpa. He has managed to make billions of dollars. Looking at you too, Issa Rae. One of them days? Really? Where's our Legally Blonde? Where's our...
One user wrote, "As a black man, I feel like Tyler Perry's movies are just lazy stereotypes. No depth, no real soul. Just simple content dressed up as culture." Another said, "His new show? Straight up embarrassing. Trying to get laughs at the expense of black folks. It's tired." And here's the real issue. Tyler always writes redemption arcs for black men. The abusive husband gets replaced by a hardworking sweetheart who fixes everything. But what about the black women? Where's her joy without her having to crawl through hell first? Why does she always gotta be destroyed before she gets peace? This time, people ain't letting it slide. The streets are saying loud and clear, this strong black woman image ain't about strength. It's about dehumanizing her. Like she's not a real woman unless she's suffering 24/7. So while Taraji keeps writing for Tyler, folks are still asking, why is he so obsessed with black women in pain?
More evident that Tyler only sees black women as hardworking, struggling, great victims that of course one day are going to be rescued by a blue-collared...
So when is Tyler Perry going to show black women winning without the suffering? And if anyone's extra confused by Taraji standing beside him right now, it's MoNique. This beef goes way back, and it's messier than a surprise baby daddy reveal on Facebook. MoNique says Tyler blackballed her after she refused to do unpaid international promo for Precious. She claims he, Oprah, and Lee Daniels all labeled her as difficult. And according to her, it cost her tens of millions. And when she was asked if Tyler ever apologized, MoNique kept it all the way real. Only Lee Daniels said sorry. Tyler, silent. Then there's the Empire drama most folks don't know. MoNique says she was the original pick for Cookie. Lee Daniels even called her twice, first to offer the role, then to snatch it back. Guess who ended up playing Cookie? Taraji. And the rumor? Tyler allegedly made calls behind the scenes to make that swap happen.
Going to tell Tyler Perry that black women are no longer suffering.
I'm grateful for this person for showing me how not to be.
Yeah. You know, Tyler Perry didn't just pull this out of the sky. These women exist, these people exist, and they need to see themselves.
Now fast forward to today. Taraji's out here publicly defending Tyler, even while he's being hit with serious SA allegations. And let's be clear, this ain't about awkward conversations on set. According to the lawsuit, in 2021 at Perry's home, he allegedly pulled down Derek Dixon's underwear and grabbed him aggressively. Derek says he froze, completely terrified. So MoNique's silence right now? It makes sense. She says this behavior isn't shocking. It's just Tyler using his power to hurt people again. The same way she says he hurt her and her career. And right after the lawsuit hit the internet, MoNique didn't hold back. She hopped online and threw shade. Hard. When the news hit, MoNique snapped. She hopped on Instagram like, "You mad? You offended? So what you gonna do? 'Cause I guarantee you can't beat me up." And everybody knew who she was throwing that shade at. For the ones still guessing, she cleared it up just days later with another post. Ever notice how women who don't put up with disrespect, lies, manipulation, or nonsense always get labeled as difficult, toxic, bitter, or crazy?
We run the entire episode for him and he hates it. Does that mean I have to learn a whole new script? Yes, that's what it means. Mr. Perry on the spot starts rewriting the entire script and he's feeding me the lines to say, and the director is kind of standing on the side like, you better do it because of...
Let's be real. Difficult as in, Tyler Perry helped convince the whole industry to blacklist her and never give her a chance again. But let's bring it back to Taraji. And Tyler too. Because despite the drama flying from all directions, he's not backing down one bit. He says his movies are just paying homage to black women's resilience, that he's honoring the real-life struggles of his mama, aunties, and sisters. But let's be honest, his idea of honor feels a whole lot more like humiliation. This is the same man who once told black women they should be grateful for a man who only pays the light bill. What? The internet exploded after that. Critics clapped back like, "So you're saying black women are supposed to carry the whole house, heal generational wounds, raise kids, grind for money, and be okay with a man who shows up with crumbs?" The audacity. The double standard is loud. Tyler's out here acting like black women should feel blessed to be somebody's emotional punching bag and financial support system, while he sits pretty on billion-dollar checks built off their pain.
Disagreement about the way the scene should go. I'll be like, okay, let's try it my way and we'll try it your way and we'll see which one works. But mine always wins out.
Because he has the control of the editing.
That's exactly.
In Tyler Perry's world, a black woman can survive everything: cheating, losing her job, eviction, CPS snatching her kids, even full-on public humiliation. But as long as some broke, blue-collar man loves her at the end, boom, happy ending. That's his whole formula. He's proven it again and again. And while Tyler calls it representation, critics are calling it what it really is: degradation dressed up as a tribute. Because if he truly loved black women, wouldn't he want to show them thriving, not just barely surviving? Now Taraji might be standing by his side, defending his trauma-filled stories. But if you really listen to her words, you'll hear something deeper. On The Breakfast Club, she kept it honest. Said she's done with people who aren't working on their healing, and that right there, that's a whole word. Taraji said these days she guards her peace like it's gold. Before she accepts anything, a party invite, a dinner, even a phone call, she checks in with herself first. If the answer's no, she pours her wine, cuddles her Frenchies, and stays home without guilt. Like Michelle Obama told her, no is a full sentence.
For this person for showing me how not to be. When you're the boss, how not to be. You don't sexually harass your employees. You don't pressure them, bully them, try to intimidate.
She also opened up about hitting rock bottom before taking her first solo trip to Bali. She was drained, bitter, burnt out, complaining about everything. She said she had to unplug from the noise and go find the version of herself she left behind somewhere in Hollywood's chaos. But here's the twist that stings. While she was out searching for her peace, she ended up starring in another Tyler Perry film built on pain. And that's the real irony. If Taraji's really done dealing with unhealed folks, then why is she still working with Tyler Perry? Let's be honest. Tyler ain't exactly giving healed man vibes, especially with the accusations he's facing right now. But Taraji still calls him her brother, says he's her biggest supporter, the one who doubled her check. But the real question, is that paycheck worth the emotional toll? Because the streets are buzzing about it, and not quietly. Behind Tyler Perry's gospel speeches and so-called tributes to black women's resilience lies something a whole lot darker. Critics say his obsession with showing black women beaten down, broken, violated, or even dead is deep-rooted in internalized misogyny, dressed up with patriarchy and wrapped in church guilt.
Tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over.
Let's break it down. In his movies, pain equals purification. A woman cheats, she gets HIV. A woman sacrifices for her man, he gets rich and leaves her behind. A single mom tries to stay afloat. CPS takes her kids and her life crumbles in front of everyone. It's like Tyler really believes black women have to be dragged through hell before they're worthy of love. And he'll swear it's about redemption. But if that's true, why is redemption always saved for the men? Why are the black women the ones carrying all the generational trauma, all the poverty, all the shame, just to be rewarded with a man who pays the light bill and calls that healing? Critics aren't buying it anymore. Because let's be real, in Tyler's world, trauma sells, especially when it's wearing a black woman's face.
Tyler Perry, that black women are no longer suffering. It's about time that this narrative that Tyler Perry has needs to stop. Because black women are embracing ease, softness, luxury, therapy, healing. We are embracing a different life. And it's about time the representation of
And trust, Tyler Perry knows exactly what he's doing. But more and more people are saying it's time to stop cashing in on harmful stereotypes. With all these allegations piling up, MoNique's old beef is back in the spotlight, and Black women are calling him out for fetishizing their pain on screen. Now the cracks in Tyler's billion-dollar empire, they're starting to show. Because behind every Medea wig and every choir singing Hallelujah is a man who built his fortune off Black women's trauma. And he just might lose it all for the same reason. But let's talk about it. Do you think Tyler Perry truly loves Black women the way he claims? Or is he just hooked on showing us broken for another billion-dollar payday? And what about Taraji? Is she standing by him because she believes in his vision? Or because he's the only one cutting her a check that matches her worth?
Who think that my films focus on the struggle of Black women, because they're right, it does. I'm in doing this, let me tell you something. If I get an opportunity to put a Black woman on screen for people to see them in love, in happy, in joy, in pain, in struggle, what I'm doing is a service to all people so that people will know that Black women are not just strong and one thing. They are all things, and they go.
Offended. And honestly, I'm still recovering from mea culpa. He has managed to make billions of dollars. Looking at you too, Issa Rae. One of them days, really? Where's our Legally Blonde? Where's our
Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you're tired of seeing pain passed off as representation. And tap that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because my next video, I'm spilling all the tea on Hollywood's darkest secrets. See you on the next one.